All right, so here's the truth. Money and looks are not what makes you attractive to your wife. Sure, in the beginning, maybe there's a bit of play it there that was the catalyst for your connection. But in a long-term relationship, what your wife needs goes way beyond looks and money for her to be attracted and desire you. In this video, I'm going to break down 5 simple ways that you can implement in order for your wife to be more attracted to you without needing to change yourself. Each of these ways are science-backed, they're simple to implement, and they will make a difference if you implement them in your relationship. For those of you guys who don't know me, I'm Eric McDougall. I'm a certified master coach, and I help high-achieving husbands master communication and connection in their marriage to make sure the best years of their relationship are ahead of them. So let's go ahead and dive deep into number 1. First is this idea of leading with calm confidence. So what does that mean? Well, the whole idea here is learning to regulate yourself. So many men are very reactive to life, right? Things happen and we're just constantly putting out fires. And I get that. You're a problem solver. It's probably what you do best. But you need to learn how to regulate your emotions to hold space for your wife when she's expressing herself. You need to practice the language of emotions. You need to practice being able to express yourself in a cool, calm manner that can be received by her. That's what emotional connection's all about. And if you're having trouble doing this, you have to start learning. Start with your direct felt experience. Think about just taking a big, deep breath in your body and just connecting to your experience. What do you feel? Is there tension in your chest? Is there lightness? Do you have butterflies in your stomach? Is your jaw clenched? These are all really simple ways to start to connect to your own internal experience so you can integrate your body and mind and be a calm presence for your wife. This matters because it creates emotional safety in your relationship. Over time, the more calm, cool, and collected you can be in the face of those fires, it means your wife is going to be able to open herself up to you and is going to want to move closer to you. So leading with calm confidence is a must when it comes to building attraction in a long-term marriage. Number 2 is a pretty easy one, which is be present, not distracted. Listen, I get that our life is being invaded by things that need our attention. Plenty of things too that don't need our attention, yet we're giving our attention to it. And this is a big part of the problem. Oftentimes what I try to explain to men is that the feminine wants the masculine's attention and the masculine wants the feminine's energy. So think about that, right? Think about how attractive it is for your wife to be playful and flirtatious and sexy and bring that allure. You love that. But she wants your attention. And if you're not willing to give her your attention and at the end of the night, you're like, hey, let's get it on, she is not going to want to feel, she's not going to feel connected to you. And she's certainly not going to want to have sex with you. And so think about bringing your attention to her, and not just when she says she wants it or criticizes you or complains, but be intentional about the attention you bring to her every single day. This is super simple. Take 5 minutes every day to genuinely check in with her. If you think about being in the same house together, imagine you had a video camera that's following you around. How many times would that video camera pick you both up having, eye contact with each other, touching each other, slowing down to connect with each other? If you're too busy to bring attention to your wife, well, she's going to look for that attention somewhere else. So be present, not distracted, bring attention to her, and she will start opening up to you, which is really important. The third one is creating genuine appreciation. So a lot of times what I hear from a lot of men is like, well, my wife knows that I appreciate her. She knows that. Or sometimes we just say these blanket statements like, oh, thanks for being so great. Thanks for being a great mom. You're a great wife. But really, so much science and data shows that when we hear stories about people who are grateful for certain situations, about people who have positive experience, well, it changes the way our brain works and we actually feel more positive and happy internally. That's why we love watching good, happy movies. That's why we love hearing happy stories. It makes us feel good. It's probably why your partner's on her Instagram feed trying to, look at all this funny, fun stuff, because she wants to feel good. And what we want to do is we want to start bringing genuine gratitude to the relationship. So think about amplifying the positive. Think about how many times you appreciate your wife for specific things that she's doing. Hey, I really appreciate you taking the time to put the kids to bed last night. It gave me a moment to go work out. That really makes me feel like a team. I want you to know how much it means to me that you put in that effort, right? So again, specificity is important here because it lands and it matters. And so start to think about, instead of just saying thanks for doing that, start adding more intention and more specificity and make it a practice to share something that you love, you appreciate, and you're grateful for your partner every single day. And she's going to want to move closer to that. The fourth one is something that has really skewed relationships, right? And this is the idea of non-sexual touch. Now, there's so much science that backs physical affection helping us with oxytocin, right? Calms the nervous system. It brings in that cuddle hormone, as they call it. There's so much research that the Gottmans have done around physical affection. The 6-second kiss, the 20-second hug, eye contact, right? These are all ways that we can bring closeness, boost oxytocin, the feel-good hormone, in our bodies, in our partner's bodies, in order to make them feel good. And the more your partner can feel good around you, the more she's going to want to be close to you, around you, the more she's going to be attracted to that energy. And so the big part of the problem is that our culture has created touch as a sexual thing that we do. So whenever you come up to your partner and you just want to, hey, I'd love a hug and a kiss, immediately our brain pivots to, oh, there's some sex here on here. Sex is going to happen. They're trying to move towards something. They have an intention here about getting to bed. And we want to start implementing more physical, non-sexual touch in our relationship that is solely based on affection and care. So think about this in terms of making more eye contact when you're talking to your partner, hugging each other for a longer period of time, at least 20 seconds. Holding each other and breathing together would be a great way to do that. When you're in bed together, just laying your heads on the pillow and just staring into each other's eyes. Now, for some of us, that might be uncomfortable at first, right? You might start laughing, you might get uncomfortable, but it's really important to understand that using non-sexual touch in your relationship is going to boost the way your partner feels about you, which means they're going to feel better around you and they want to move closer to you in those cases. And then the last one here is, and really important one, is to live with direction and vision. A lot of the work that we do, I call it living through your vision and values. Now, this is incredibly important, right? Women will rarely be attracted to a man who doesn't have a plan. And think about you, right? If you're just drifting through life and you're just like every day feels like Groundhog Day and you don't have a mission, well, you're probably lacking confidence. You're probably lacking energy. You're probably lacking momentum and motivation. But a man who has a plan, who wants to grow, who has a mission beyond just, making more money or, playing status games. Well, that is a man who's attractive to a woman, right? A lot of people call this a high value man. And all of us can have more direction and vision in our lives. All of us have the power to control the narrative and create the lives that we want for ourselves. And that is attractive to our partners. I think a lot about this in my relationship with my wife, Kate. So much of what is attracted to her is that she knows that I'm a man of high moral fiber who has a code, who has values, who's going to move towards what I have to do. That means protecting my kids. That means creating a good life for my family. That means having more experiences that bring us joy and happiness. And because I have this mission and she aligns with that mission and vision, well, then she wants to move closer to me. She wants to be in relationship with me. She is attracted to me when I'm in that zone. And the analogy that I often give men is, if you imagine you had to get somewhere, you had a vision for where you wanted to go. First of all, having a vision is the utmost important thing. Then you're going to put tracks down, right? You're like, okay, I'm going to build tracks and this is a plan to create that mission and get there and achieve that. Well, then you're going to put a train on those tracks and you're going to start getting it going. This is all part of building your vision, right? This is the analogy. Now, if your wife believes that that train that you've built is going to bring her where she wants to go in life, she's going to jump on that train. Until she believes that that is a reality for her, that that is a possibility, she's not getting on that train. And this is where so many men get stuck, right? They're like, how come my wife won't trust me? How come my wife won't follow me? How come my wife won't do the things I want to? How come she's not letting me lead? How come she's always criticizing me and challenging me? It's because she doesn't believe that, number one, you have a vision, And number two, you have a plan to execute that vision in a way that makes her feel safe and help her create the life that she wants with you. So these are the 5 things that I want you to think about implementing, right? First, lead with calm confidence. Add a little bit of breath work. Learn to regulate yourself in relationship. Sure, you might be great when you're alone, but when you're in relationship and the tension rises, how do you remain calm and create space for your partner to express themselves? The second one is be present, not distracted. Get real, get off your phone, get out of work mode. Be home, be the husband who brings attention to his relationship. What you focus on grows. So if you want a better connection, bring more attention to it. The third one is be genuine with your appreciation. Start practicing gratitude. This is not only good for your own life, this is good for everybody around you. If you have kids, you should start practicing more gratitude in the life of your kids. They're going to have a different, more positive experience of life because you start modeling and creating that. The fourth one is start with non-sexual touch. This is a no-brainer. Stop making everything about sex. I get it. You love sex. I love sex. Let's try to have some physical connection that's not sexual in order to make our partners feel safe, but in order to use it as a language of communication as well. And lastly, create your vision and a plan to move towards it. If you do even one of these 5 things over the next week consistently, your partner will notice and be more attracted to you. And again, I remind you, small things done often make a huge difference. So this is not about doing these big bombastic things. This is about picking one small thing, being consistent with it day after day after day over time. That is what really shifts perspective. That is what shifts a marriage and a relationship. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We drop 2 videos every single week to help you in your relationship. And if you want to listen to the next video, which is really about how to bring desire back to your relationship, I guess I'm pointing here or here, go ahead and click that video. I'll talk to you about sexual desire and how to bring more passion and pleasure back to your relationship. See you in the next one.